Hello there, YouTube. It is I, WillDog44 here again with another speed drawing and a D&D story. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Come on, speak up. I can't hear you. Oh, wait, never mind. This is recording, so of course you can't hear me. Or I can't hear you respond to me unless you're like right next to me as I'm recording this. Nope, you're not. Okay, anyway, this here character that you see before you is Gredor. He is a dragonborn monk, and he has a green dragonic ancestry. Ancestry. Blah, blah. So, this here is Gredor. When he was very young, when he was a hatchling, he was forced into a gladiatorial arena. And in this arena, he had to fight against his will. Against his will. He fought, and he won over and over for so long, not knowing what life he could lead, but all he knew was just fight and kill. So eventually one day, when his handlers were moving him one night, when he was about 6 years old, fully grown, and they would always move him in the night whenever he's sleeping, because there's less um, less fuss from him. But little did they know that Gredor was fake sleeping that night. So when he was free, he broke out. He poisoned, he poison sprayed his his handlers, and he got out. He escaped. He went right for the forest, all deep in the forest, where no one would find him and abuse him to fight in this arena no more, as he had enough. So he was out there not knowing what to do, because all he knew was just fight, 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 and kill, and kill. So he was kind of like wandering, hunting wildlife to keep his body in better health, even though it was not in good health at all. But anyway, one fateful day, a monk came down from the monastery, came up to Gredor, but at that time Gredor did not have a name. The monk asked him what his name was, and Gredor didn't answer. The monk eventually told him, "Hey, you are hurting. Let us help you. Come with me to my monastery." And he was like, "Alright. He seems nice. He's not gonna put me in a gladiatorial battle." Anyway, so then he followed him up the mountain onto the monastery. And there he was. He eventually named himself by uttering his first word in English, Gredor. And he also learned Giant at the monastery as well. Right. And also, during his times there, he studied the way of the four elements, which essentially just makes you the Avatar in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is amazing. Like, you could airbend, waterbend, firebend, and earthbend. That's just amazing. But anyway, so eventually, when he was 14, and also at the monastery, he learned not to take life, but to cherish it. So he would not take the lives of the innocent unless he had to, because they would just keep persisting him and trying to attack him, and then eventually you give him warnings, like, "Hey man, just stop, man. I'm gonna kill you if you keep going." because obviously you don't want to live. Obviously, if I gave you your warnings. So eventually, they all just like they left. So he has not killed a single person since he's been at the monastery. So anyway, when he came down the monastery, he came to Waterdeep, and I didn't. And this is where the adventure begins. Even though I wasn't there for the very beginning of the adventure in Waterdeep, I was kind of put in there in the middle. But anyway, I was there. I was brought over to a wizard and a sorcerer, along escorted by the mayor, and essentially I was there for like help with whatever they were doing. So eventually they're talking, and we came to the conclusion that we needed to go into the sewers to find this missing person that I can't remember its name now. But anyway, we were in the sewers, and we were going along, and there was these symbols on the walls, and that led us, and we kept following those symbols, which looked like a sun. Well, anyway, we were following the symbols, and then eventually we got to this uh, like a secret hideout, and we entered this secret hideout, and it's the secret hideout of goblins and whatnot. Anyway, we creak open the door. There's nothing really there. We go a little farther. There's a armory room, but all the weapons are just in poor condition. And then we keep going and peek around the corner, and there's a goblin guard. So everyone's like, "Yo, we gotta take this guy out." I was like, "But why? He's just sleeping. There's no need to take his life." But then they eventually just convinced me that I should go over there, and I did, and I snapped his neck, and boom, he's dead. Then we hid his body in the armory, and then we kept going further and further into this hideout. Uh, there was one room where there was a size-defying dwarf. He just like became mega-sized, and that was interesting. It was, but we fought him mainly because we brought him into a confined space, and then we all just like attacked him, and boom, he was down, and we got his war pick out of it too. So bonus. Anyway, then we keep going, and then there's these walls, and then we peek in, and then there was that missing person there, and there was a half orc with one foot on him, with his hand on fire, holding like a fireball. And there was also this little four-legged brain thing. Anyway, we come in, and the little brain thing just immediately was like, "What?" And he runs over, and he just hits me with a psychic blast, and I just fall over unconscious, as well as he ate up all of my intelligence. So then I was at 0 IQ, which was just insane. So I was just unconscious for the entire battle, and they eventually got they one-hitted the brain thing so that it wouldn't like eat up anybody else's intelligence. So I was the only one that got attacked, and then there was the half orc there, and then we he wasn't too difficult. We got him in like 2 turns, so boom. And then anyway, So and then the paladin just picked me up, put me over her shoulder, and then we went, and then we also we bought a tavern in Grey Skull Alley, the Troll Skull Alley. There we go. We got a tavern there. We fixed it up, and they set me down upstairs, and that's where our story left off. So thanks for listen for there. Oh, thanks for listening in, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time.